Gosh. You were angry at Taz for supporting Mersh. No, I wasn't Caesar, but again, you're going with that. Get real. No, I mean, we are being real. That's why I've just brought it up. But I love how I've said something which is real, and you've just gone, no, this is real. And it's like, it doesn't matter how much you say it's Caesar. You're just seething. We all know this. Citations needed, right? Come on. You got angry at Taz for supporting Mersh. Is that why Taz still supports the show? And still supports Mersh? And I don't care, Mersh doesn't care? Man, this is really weird. Really weird. Needing money or something. And I can't stand him for that. Oh, by the way, SCyberTaz. I know, I'm going to play this in a sec. Actually, I'll play the whole minute. Why not? Appreciate the support coming through. SCyberTaz, I know you're a supporter of Mersh. But him literally telling me that he can call out Aaron for being a cuck and not Ethan Ralph because... What? No, actually, he can't call out Ethan Ralph for being a registered sex offender for revenge porn, but he can call out Aaron because, well, he's an admitted hypocrite. What's wrong with that, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to call that shit out. So I know you, obviously you watch my show. I know you watch Mersh's show. If you're going to watch Mersh, I don't care. I'm not against you. I'm not against anybody. I'm calling out Mersh. I call out Mersh because he's a fucking hypocrite. I can't fucking stand it. I can't stand that he will call out fucking Aaron Imholt for the stuff that he won't call out Ethan Ralph for. And then to get to the point of saying that I'm making up that Ethan Ralph paid a Mexican gigolo to fuck his wife because he won't even admit that's fucking true to his audience. And now he's in denial and crying to me on Twitter, atting me. Yeah, fuck Mersh. Mersh needs to be put out to dry. And that's what we're going to be doing. Here's some media.
Woo-hoo! I never feel so alive, man.
Oh, I love the Jamaicans.
Dishonest, tight on my goods.
I'm not gonna lie, Jamaican monkeys, Jamaican fucking yetis, Jamaican whatever, fucking got Bigfoots. I love it.
Boy, you said this one.
I just love the Jamaican accent though, that's what it is. Cog calls put Mersh. Mersh calls out Cog. Taz just watches the chaos, that's fine.
I want to protect you from the baby mother. If water could fix baby mother problems, the whole of Jamaica would have been floating in peace.
See, I would be fine, SCyberTaz, with talking to Mersh on his show, or Mersh coming onto my show and having a conversation. I don't mind either way. If I'm going on his show, I'm just going to stream it anyway, right? And I don't mind that. But he's not calling me out for doing anything other than making some spelling errors as a dyslexic person. I've gone, yeah, I'm dyslexic. That's fine. But when it comes to Ralph being a cook and him not able to call that out while you can sit there crying about Aaron Imholt all day being a cook, yeah, I think that's only fair. I think that's only fair that he should be able to actually just say, yeah, Ralph actually paid another man to fuck his wife in the ass. I think that's only fair that he should be able to say that, but he can't. But hey, I don't know. Maybe in the future, SCyberTaz might send a donation through to the lovely Mersh, right? The cross-eyed fuck Mersh. Just to say, hey, why won't you tell everyone that Ethan Ralph paid a Mexican gigolo to fuck his wife in the ass? And maybe he'll respond to it. I don't know. Shian saying, Mersh claims to hate pedos, but will defend a man who makes nasty jokes about Aaron's daughter. A 10-year-old, it's disgusting. Oh yeah, they get angry at me for talking about how Ralph is. But when Melton talks about literally Aaron's kids and how his kids act when they're children, it's totally fine. And that's why Mersh is on his on Melton's payment processor now.
Peace. I'm on a strict budget, also known as being permanently broke. I tell you, I can't find a rascal banana. No eat in hours and still can't find banana. Boy, this banana, it never tastes so good, man. Pure sweetness.
It came through, cleared out the 9 that we had. But I tell you what, I'll throw a couple on just cause I like you.
SCyberTaz has donated $11.00 and says 2 more shots link.
Like, you've got to understand that, SCyberTaz. I've even got, obviously, the amazing Mersh there telling me that I'm a pedo, so it's only so long before he calls you a pedo, right? Because everyone who calls me a pedo calls you a pedo, and like Ralph does, right? And I guess it's only so long before Mersh is calling you a pedo as well. It's just how it is, fella. I can't help it. I can't help it. That's just that's the internet. I think Mersh is absolute scum. And to suck Ralph's dick, oh yes, he will sit there and say you're a pedo. He'll say I'm a pedo. He'll say, oh, your wife's fat. Oh, she's an Indian fat. Was it mail order bride or whatever? And you know it's just bollocks, and you've just got to sit there. And this is all because he won't call out his best friend Ethan Ralph for actually being a cuck. And I find that really messed up. I honestly find that messed up, especially if you're going to do content on Aaron Imholt. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck if Mersh could cover anything else, right? I don't give a shit what he wants to cover. He could sit there and talk about black women getting upset with AI, right? He could talk about anything he fucking wants to. But does he? No, he sits there and cries about fucking Aaron for being a cuck when his friend did the same thing. He sits there and cries about Aaron being a revenge pornographer when his friend did the same thing and he didn't say shit about it. Yeah, that's how that is. Yeah. SCyberTaz met. He's one of those who said the stuff Tennessee Twink was slinging about me was bullshit. I trust Cog to be Cog. I trust Mersh to be Mersh. I trust JJ to be JJ and trust Rakeda to be even bigger degen. Yeah, so do I. But while I'm sat here talking about how Rakeda is a degen, you've obviously got the likes of Mersh who can't help but defend him because Ralph defends him too and they're all on Rakeda's side. And I guess JJ is as he sits in Mersh chats just enjoying what's going on. It's a little bit sad. A little bit sad that JJ can see this stuff going on while he's calling out me and stuff like that. And not go, you don't know that Ethan Ralph paid a Mexican gigolo to fuck his wife in the ass? You don't know that, Mersh? No one's saying that to Mersh. No one's letting him know. It's almost like everyone just wants to be quiet as long as Mersh says to be quiet about it, even though you know he's a fucking hypocrite. I just don't get that. Never going to. Anyway, got these shots here. Getting them ready, obviously. We've got 4 ready so far.
I was watching Melton before ROTC.
By the way, that's another funny thing about this whole situation as well as SCyberTaz is the same people calling you a pedo, aka Kyle, aka Hoojan the host, really supports Mersh because he hates me, but he also hates me and while calling you a pedo, but I guess he likes Mersh even though Mersh is cool with you. Yeah, trust me, Mersh is going to flip that switch very fucking soon.
I'd been watching him a little bit, and then I was
oh no, what am I thinking?
Then I had to do my own shit.
Sorry, SCyberTaz. You donate to Mersh. It's okay. He's not going to call you out. He's already said he's a massive hypocrite.
You know what I mean?
He won't call it out. He just won't do that.
And he was still live after ROTC went off the air, but he was covering Steel Toe. But I checked the timestamp and I went back. It to me clearly sounds like he's fucking joking. He was playing like the old clip that Doom made of like me talking.
Well, honestly, there's a really funny thing going on right now where the people that hate me because I'm laughing at Mersh are like sucking Mersh's dick. But the same shit they've called me out for, one of the main things that they've called me out for, obviously, is, oh, that whole post that you made, which I don't care about, Taz. I've obviously heard your point of view on it, and I'm like, yeah, I understand that. And then obviously they go, oh, no, that makes him a pedo. But then they're also going, Mersh is great right now. Oh, yeah, we love Mersh because we hate Cog. But then Mersh is fine with you too, I guess. So I guess they're okay with you. Do you see how fucked up how stupid this becomes from my point of view? Because I have no issue with SCyberTaz. I have an issue with Mersh because Mersh is a hypocrite liar. And has literally got to the point of saying that I've made something up, which is something that Ralph has said himself. Yeah. Mersh is bros before hoes. I'm going back to work. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, all of these guys are single for a reason. They will die alone, says Shian. Right, Grave Rob 787. I don't think JJ particularly likes Mersh, maybe. I don't know, but he tends to just smoke and find lolcows, right? I have no issue with that. No worries. Wife is going to go and rest while we smash in the shows here. Mersh heard that Ralph claimed to get STDs from TJ Hooker, and his mind went to, yeah, it's sensitive when you quit drugs. That was a real-time sweep in his brain, whether he realized it or not, right? Foley's like, Mrs. Cog, maybe let Cog get lucky tonight. I don't think you understand how my day's already been, fella. Oh, I did say we went for a nap earlier. I was being nice. Gosh, I hope the sis isn't listening. SCyberTaz, Mersh knows Taz writes smart. AP knows Taz writes smart. Yeah, so, yeah. JJ, they don't care. It's some the baguettes on their audience who are rabid speds like Paul and Michael who are bigger hypocrites, of course, but this doesn't change the fact that Mersh is a massive hypocrite. And when it comes to Ralph, I just don't understand Mersh right now. His entire content is on Aaron, and his criticisms are for the same shit Ralph's done. Oh, look, Aaron's let another guy fuck his wife. Ralph paid another man to fuck his wife. It's worse, and he denies it even happens. In fact, says that I made it up. SCyberTaz, I think I'm well within my rights to say, what the fuck? I'm very surprised that people in his audience can't call him out and go, yeah, Cog didn't make that up, Mersh. That's actually what Ralph did. I'd appreciate it if people actually had the balls to say to Mersh, Cog didn't make that up. you know, it's not nice to say that someone's made it up when you're literally just defending your cock friend. Are you kidding me? And right now, all I see is people not telling Mersh that Ralph is a cuck. People actually okay to go along with him saying that I made that up out of thin air when Ralph literally told the world that this happened. Yeah, I think I'm well within my rights to all this stuff. And I know you know this as well. Like I say, I can only hope that maybe you, maybe JJ Stoner, or maybe someone that watches this who watches Mersh will go out there. And the only person I know who watches Mersh in my chat is you, SCyberTaz. So I am hoping that you will at least let him know, maybe with a donation, maybe with some media, that Ethan Ralph is a massive fucking cuck who let another guy fuck his wife in the ass. And maybe Mersh will talk about it. Maybe he will. But I guarantee you, when you send that stuff through about Ethan Ralph, that's when he cuts you off, because you're not allowed to talk about Ethan Ralph to Mersh. You're not allowed to point out that Ethan Ralph is a cock to Mersh. You're not allowed to point out that Ethan Ralph literally abused his ex-wife to Mersh. You're not allowed to do that. Mersh will defend his friend to the high hills. And yes, you will go on the chopping block for that. Whereas I won't do that. I will listen to you, and I will find out if what something is, people in the audience, and if what you're saying about a person is true, I'm going to sit there and go, yeah, that's correct. That's correct what you're saying, and I'll go through why and why if it is. And if it's not, it's not. So that's how I see it anyway. That's my personal opinion. But hey, it's Mersh. He's a piece of shit. He's a hypocrite. So I'm sure you're not expecting much from him anyway in the actual, you know, in him doing anything. And so that's the reality. Prime 92, just like DSP, I could never watch Mersh. If it's not another show, he's like thumbscrews, right? Foley, Ralph being a cook would have been just speculation, but the drunk pilled out moron announced it to the world just because he's mad at his father-in-law. Yes, he did. It's the only reason why we know. SCyberTaz and go at each other. Oh, I'm trying to. Mersh just wants to do that sad thing where he can't respond. SCyberTaz. I've said, why can't you call Ralph a cook? And he's gone, oh, you can't spell things correctly. Your wife is Indian cock. Like, there's going at someone SCyberTaz, and then there's seriously deflecting because you don't want to call your friend a cock, even though your friend called himself a cock, right? You've heard what Ethan Ralph says. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm coming from with Ethan Ralph. You've been in the chat. You've obviously agreed with this over time. Mersh just can't go through that. He can't accept that reality about his best friend, Ethan Ralph. And I find that really messed up. That's just me, like I say. I don't bring up other streamers with other streamers. I'm Switzerland. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're neutral in the situation. Fine, SCyberTaz, that's fine. If you want to be near Switzerland, you be Switzerland. I have no issues. Shan17 saying, from my point of view, though, just know that Mersh is the sort of person that literally supports a sex offender that you've called out, a guy who's a cookie. You've called out yourself in my chat, right? I'm just saying. But Mersh is the best friends with that guy and won't call him out at all, even though he will call out anyone else who does that as long as he can make a buck out of it. That's how he is. Shan70, I put have a drink, you deserve it. Piggy banned me and went off on me. I'm sure he did. Yeah, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I want to point this out. Like, I know I've had a drink tonight, guys. I know I've definitely had a drink tonight. Obviously, you guys made that happen. But you know, the funniest thing that I find on the internet sometimes these days is that right now, like, obviously, SCyberTaz, huge supporter of the show, obviously. Credit where credit's due. The guy has kept the channel going from a point of view. And he's obviously a solid supporter, and I have no issues with SCyberTaz at all. If he's Switzerland, he's Switzerland. But like it or not, I also know he's a fan of Mersh, which is the reason why I will bring it to his attention as much as I do. And I find it funny that there's still cunts to this day that sit there like, Cog would never call out SCyberTaz because he's his top donor. Yet when I disagree with someone on something, I fucking tell them it doesn't matter who the fuck they are. It really doesn't matter who the fuck you are. I will tell you. That's how I am. Still have no issues with SCyberTaz. If he's Switzerland and that's how he's playing it, fine. Makes sense, right? That's fine. You're just not getting involved in this. That's fine. That's how Switzerland works. Whereas Mersh is just a fucking degenerate hypocrite. And I fucking hate hypocrites. They are liars by default. They are lying sacks of shit by default. Because they will sit there and go, oh, my friend is a massive cuck degenerate. I can't call that out. Oh my god, he's a convicted sex offender for revenge porn. I better be quiet about this. He's my friend. And then as soon as it's someone who made him cry on the internet, like Aaron Imholt, it's, oh my god, Aaron Imholt's an absolute cuck, guys. Oh my god, Aaron Imholt's he's a revenge pornographer, guys. Oh, that's why I don't like Mersh. I don't like hypocrites. I fucking hate hypocrites. Oh gosh, they're the worst scum of the earth. Just don't. Why you have no place to call anybody out if you're a hypocrite. You have no place, no room, no place on the hill. You didn't die on the hill. You died under the hill. You created the hill. The hill is made from your corpses of the people that are hypocrites. But that's my opinion on things, obviously. We got Jay with a YouTube link here. Let's have a look at this. Merch drinks on stream for free, right? I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. SCyberTaz at Vickers, a rope rigger who takes a rope bunny puts. Oh gosh. It's gonna get bad in chat, but good to see you, Vicky T. Oh, what kind of freak Taz? Okay, we go. That time to find a freak to turn into a big character. It's bad. But then there's people like me. I don't want to brag. I hate doing this. Right? I'm not going to say who I've supported. Who knows who I am and this, that, and the other. Right? People have asked for help. I've helped them. Right? I've had a drink, but I'm not going to go too much into it. Right? It just makes me fascinated when I see a faggot like Mersh sit here and go, if one guy does it, I'm angry. If one guy does it, I'm not angry. And that's the bit where I'm like, you're broken. Like, am I... People hate me because I'm so fucking direct with this shit. SCyberTaz, massive supporter of the show. Possibly the biggest supporter next to Mood, maybe Maya, others. A lot of people are big donators to the show. Some people come in with a big singular donation. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, but I will still sit here and go, I know you support Mersh, because I know he does. And I will still say stuff about Mersh to him. And I know SCyberTaz is like Cog, right? And he's like fucking Switzerland, and I can accept that. But Mersh will call out one person for one thing and not another for another. And I don't get that. Because I haven't seen that in a streamer. Where they will just... Well, I've seen it in a lot of streamers, but I haven't seen it to the point of view of this. Where it's like, the evidence is there. You've literally denied to your audience that Ralph is a cook. And yet he's a cook. Okay.
And you know, at the end of the day, what's the end game? Like I said, I think Melton's kidding. But now let's explore a potential possibility. What happens if someday I do piss Melton off and he decides to pull me off Super Tip?
Gosh. You were angry at Taz for supporting Mersh. No, it wasn't Caesar, but again, you're going with that. Get real. No, I mean, we are being real. That's why I've just brought it up. But I love how I've said something which is real, and you've just gone, no, this is real. And it's like, it doesn't matter how much you say it's Caesar. You're just seething. We all know this. Citations needed, right? Come on.